So I finally am able to do a video. It's day 18 with my orthotic, and I want to talk about it. I took some videos of me walking, and I want to share those too. I want to show what this all is about for me. I'm winded because I just went and closed the windows and turned off the fan after starting a video and realizing I should do that. Professional right here. So, let's see. So I got my orthotic. It is an Allard ToeOff is what it's called. This is carbon fiber all up in here, some sort of coating on top, and then we've got two Velcro things that loop around and go on. All right, and took the insole out of my shoe, so I'm sure this is going to tear up my shoes faster than I normally do, and this is a pretty old shoe anyways, because it's hard. It's sharp and it's hard. So we only had to take off a tiny bit on the tip here because it was interestingly pointed. And so the orthotist adjusted that, took that off so it wouldn't really scrape and push in the front of my shoe. So it goes in, kind of right in place. And then this is the insole that comes with my shoes. These are Keens. I wear Keens a lot. They've got a wide toe box, and I have short, wide feet. And I found after the first day that it was important for me to take the laces out of the top hole, because this was like really hard to get over, and it was using up there. I didn't have a whole lot of room on the laces to tie it. So this is how this goes, and then I put my foot in, my leg in, after I open the Velcro, and then tighten it up to what feels comfortable, and then I would tie my shoes, or the other way around, tie my shoes and then do the Velcro. I haven't quite figured out the best way to do it for me. I can also wear these in my Crocs, which I wear my Crocs around the house because I have a lot of foot pain and it hurts to walk on hard floors or carpeted floors or anything. So here's my trusty Crocs as I kick my recliner. And you can see it's starting to wear out inside there. This line here is from the orthotics. This little dark part there, I think, is from the orthotics. But between the back of this heel part, this, and the lip of the back of the Keen insoles is enough to hold it in place, and then also it gives me more, it takes up more space in here, and so just my foot fits more snugly. So then for my right foot, I take the insole out of my right shoe and put it in here as well. It would be a little less work if I had another set of insoles to work with, but I didn't keep any of my old Keens that I've worn out. That would have been brilliant to keep some of my old ones and use the insoles, but that was a long time ago and I don't know where they are. I mean, honestly, probably, right, went to the garbage. So I wear things out. I used to walk a ton, walked all the time, rode my bike all the time, everything like that. So wanted to show you about that. And I don't know how to do voiceovers, so I'm going to explain the next 3 little clips I have here. So I switched to my Keen sandals because they have a similar build to them as my Keen shoes, and I didn't want to have to go with putting on my shoes without the orthotic, then taking them off and putting on the orthotic. I just wanted less work to do. So I have a video of me walking in my Keens, allowing my leg to buckle. If I take a full step and try to push off with my foot, put all of the weight onto my left leg, push off with the toe of my foot. When you walk naturally, people are supposed to heel, push off with the toe. When I do that, my knee buckles and my foot flops. My foot won't lift up all the way. I haven't specifically been told I have foot drop or drop foot, but it makes sense and fits with what I experience and what I do. I oftentimes trip over the toe of my shoe. I stumble a lot, especially with my left foot. So the first video is me walking and allowing my leg to buckle. I don't have a way to stop my leg from buckling. If I put my weight onto my left leg and attempt to push off, my leg buckles. It is what has been happening. It's been happening since around November of 2019. Before that, I did have some ankle weakness. We don't know the cause of this. I've had an EMG, I have had hip x-rays, I have seen many doctors. They don't know what's going on here and why this is happening. I've had, brain MRIs, of course. So we don't know, but this is what's happening. And so the second video clip is me walking, same shoes, the Keen sandals, and not putting my full weight on my left leg. That's what I've been doing to compensate for months now. It makes walking exhausting. Both ways make walking exhausting. Just even walking around the house, and I have a small apartment, it is tiring. So the second video is me compensating, not allowing all of my weight, not fully pushing off. So it's more like a limp. Like I put my left foot down and kind of limp quickly to get it onto the right foot. If I lengthen my stride, buckle. If I try to push off, buckle. Okay, so the third video, I switched. I put on my shoes with my orthotics in, and I walked. I can take big strides. I can take small strides. I can push off with my foot. I can hit with my heel. I think it's called heel strike or something. I can walk quickly. I can walk slowly. I can pivot. The third video, I am walking with the orthotic and just there and back. So I do that in all three videos. Walking with the orthotic for the last 2 weeks has been amazing. It has allowed me to go for walks with my child around our neighborhood. We've gone for multiple walks playing Pokemon Go. My child will scooter or walk with me. It's been awesome. We've also been to three times we've gone to the nature preserves in our area. We've got a good handful of them, but one in particular is our regular. And it's just been so good. I'm learning how to do things, so there's still things I struggle with it. Things that trip me up, like the cat or the child in my way, obstacles I need to walk over. Things take a little more time for me to figure out. I've navigated some hills, some ramps. I do plan to go and do some steps and see how that is, and do some exercise on some steps at the local nature preserve. I've had to navigate stepping over logs, toys, all kinds of things, and it's been going really well. It's less exhausting to walk. It almost kind of gives me a little bit of a spring. There's something in what I was reading about the carbon fiber and this particular design. It gives me a little bit of a spring. It allows me to waste less energy. It's almost like it transfers back up my leg, and I can feel this like push. So like I said about being careful with my knee, I have noticed that because my ankle isn't really mobile in this, it really locks my foot and my ankle into a 90-degree angle. I have to be careful with how I'm pushing off with my knee and my hip, or compensating in a weird way because of that. I don't want to cause an injury to my knee or my hip. I haven't had a whole lot of guidance on this, so it's been a lot of just playing with it. And when I go out walking, especially on a clear path, where I can just focus on walking and feeling it in my body, I've got to trying to just sense it and figure it out. Should I push off this way? Should I not push off? Should I do this? How does this feel on my hip when I do this? How does this feel in my knee? And just messing with that and playing with it. So that has been really helpful, just having that space to do it in. The fact that I can go for a walk is really amazing, and it's really boosted my mood. We've gone into multiple stores. Now I'm high risk and taking it really easy. We are still in a pandemic, even though my state has lifted all required mask restrictions. We still wear masks, and we try to keep our time limited. But I was able to get into a big box store the other day, do our shopping, handle standing in line, get back out, get home. I do still have a lot of fatigue. So, I mean, like, this one thing isn't the cause of my chronic fatigue and brain fog. That's by no means what I'm saying here. But because my leg issues were causing me to use and expend so much energy on walking and standing, I now have a little more energy. So there was one day we ended up at the nature preserve. I was expecting it to be maybe an hour. Ended up being 2 hours of hiking in the heat at a pretty good pace with people while being social, turning my neck, doing all kinds of things. And I basically came home and sat. It's nice to have a little bit of my life back here with this, being able to just function a little better. I stood and washed dishes for 45 minutes, 40 minutes. I don't know, it was a long dishes washing session. And I did wonderful with that. I can stand and wash dishes. Before, I used a high bar stool. And then I just propped my hip onto the bar stool. So it was supporting like half of my pelvis. Just being able to walk around the house better, go for walks with my kid, go into a store or a doctor's appointment without a big issue. I can take out the garbage, get the mail, those kinds of things without it being a super exhausting thing that I have to plan for that energy expense. Now, after our big hike, I did just sit down and my brain was just, I couldn't think, I couldn't function, I couldn't focus. It was really hard. I was really overwhelmed by stimulation. So my child talking, my child needing attention, needing to get up and do things, noises, smells, light. I have a lot of just hypersensitivity to things. So yeah, and I'm still doing my physical therapy exercises at home. I just did 12 minutes on my exercise bike before I did all of this. So I've done washing dishes, exercise bike, my 3 little walking videos. I went and got the mail, came back to make this. And along with the regular things that have to do, that you do every day. So that's amazing. I can function and make a YouTube video right now. Whereas before I got the orthotic, that wasn't an option. There was one thing to do in a day, and that's what you saved your energy up for. If I'm going to do a bigger thing, I try to plan it out so, dinner is easy or leftovers or, like I can rest afterwards or I don't have something planned the day before or the day after. There's a lot more pieces going on with my health than just the leg issue. Another thing that happened is probably day 4 or 5 of having the orthotic. I had been wearing it all day. Clearly, I'm very excited to have it, so I was wearing it all day. Took it off to stretch, to move, to do physical therapy. So at the end of that evening, I took it off. My left leg, the calf is much smaller around. So I measured it, and my right leg is 13 inches around, and my left leg is 12.5 inches around. Now, I had been measuring my quads, which my left quads are only just a tiny bit smaller than my right. So that's been consistent, but I've never measured my left calf before. So I do not know if this was already happening before that. So muscle wasting is being caused by whatever is causing my leg issues, or is the muscle wasting being caused by the orthotic? So I did do some research. There was a study that showed that the plastic orthotics that go up to the knee like this tend to cause muscle wasting, but they were seeing that muscle wasting wasn't happening with this type of orthotic. So I don't know. I'm trying to balance my time in and out of the orthotic so that I'm still using my left leg some. And like I said, I do my physical therapy exercises without the orthotic on. Take it off to ride the bike, take it off to stretch, take it off to do my PT. So I don't know what's going on with that. If someone watching this has questions about the orthotic, please let me know. I'm glad, willing to answer questions about it. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, if there's anything else I should show about the orthotic. And thanks for watching. Bye.